everyone, my name is Violet, and today we're going to be making some cinnamon rolls. It's a really cozy day here, so I thought some cinnamon rolls would be nice. So I'll be walking you through the process. Okay, so we're going to start by making the dough. Most importantly, you'll need some bread flour, some active dry yeast, some cane sugar, some salt, eggs and butter, and the eggs and butter should be at room temperature. And then you're gonna need some whole milk. The first step is gonna be heating up our milk. Want 3/4 of a cup of milk, and we're going to heat it up so it's warm, like a nice warm bath. Okay, so we're just going to let that heat up, and meanwhile I'm going to measure out the rest of the ingredients. Now we need a 1/4 cup of sugar, it smells so sweet. And now we are going to melt a 1/4 cup of the butter, and I just like to do this in the microwave. Now I'm just going to heat it up slightly just so it's a little bit melty. It doesn't have to be fully melted. We're going to add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and then I will mix that up. And now we can finally start adding things to the bread machine. So we're going to add all of the wet ingredients first and then the dry ingredients. So I'm going to start with the milk. Pour that in there. The eggs. Melted butter. Now we add the dry ingredients. And very last, we add a 1/4 ounce of our active dry yeast. So that's just one of these little packets here. Moving on to our frosting. Our frosting is going to be really simple. We have some powdered sugar, some unsalted butter, vanilla extract, and a little milk if we need to thin it out. So I'm going to start with the butter, and this has been left at room temperature so it's nice and soft. I like to use a lot of butter so that the frosting is nice and thick. Next, I'm going to add some powdered sugar. We can just add as much as you feel is right. We don't need exact measurements here. We are going to add about 2 teaspoons or so of vanilla. Now we can just start mixing that up. We have some nice thick frosting. That is so sweet. So the filling for the cinnamon rolls is going to be primarily light brown sugar, some cinnamon, and then we're going to melt some butter. So now I'm going to set up our workspace. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little flour here, and then we're gonna put the dough down here. Look how nice and fluffy that dough is. Okay, so we are gonna roll this out, and then we're going to spread the filling on top, and we can roll it back up and cut up into little rolls. So now that we have our baking pan prepared with the cinnamon rolls, we're gonna go set these somewhere warm where they can rest for about a half hour, and they'll get a little bit more puffy in that time. lovely, gotten so much puffier. They're so beautiful. This is my favorite part. This looks amazing.